All right. Now, in addition, of course, we've got two major cell phone operating systems today. We have iOS from Apple, and we have Android from Google. I'm not going to make any comments about Apple, but I don't use it. In any case, I depend now on the Android operating system. And I have, for the last, 3 or 4 years, I have had Android devices, basically since they came out. Maybe 2 or 3 years, I'm not really sure. But in any case, I've had it for a while, and I have a lot of experience with it, and I prefer that. Okay? You can sync all of your devices that are running this Google Sync program. So obviously I'm using a Windows-based computer, but I can sync my mail, my contacts, my calendar, etc. So that's a very valuable feature. Now, you can customize the calendar in a number of ways. And, through that settings control, you have a number of options that you can use. All right, so there are many, many different things that you can adjust so that you have the kind of calendar you want. Now, reminders, and this is something that I really like about the Google Calendar. You can set as many reminders for a particular event or scheduled item in the calendar. You can set SMS, email, or pop-up. Now, I don't like pop-up. When I'm working with stuff, if I'm in the middle of a workshop, I don't want things to pop up on my screen. And generally, I don't like pop-ups for any purpose. But you can set these reminders, and they are very, very valuable. I'm a busy guy. I do a lot of different things, and sometimes I forget that I have an appointment. So what I generally do is I send myself an email 1 day ahead of the event. It's a reminder. Then I send one 18 hours before the event. I send a text message to myself. As I said, I'm using the Android operating system, so it's all kind of seamless. I send an SMS message to myself 12 hours ahead, and then once again, 2 hours ahead. Now, I know it seems like, hey, how forgetful can this guy be? Well, there are some things that I really want to make sure that I'm either on time for or whatever. But it is a very handy feature. Now, you don't have to, you can set as many as you want, I suppose, but you don't have to set any, or you can just set one. So it's entirely up to you. Now, you would do that through this screen right here. All right, and that's actually setting your defaults. All right, and that's all explained here. But again, I'll go to the calendar. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to create an event. I want to show you how to do that. Obviously, you've got this big red button here, create. I type in an event name, whatever, and notice that the default is set for, I suppose, 5:30 to 6. Maybe Google is setting that based on knowledge of my patterns of using this Google Calendar. I don't know. But if it's all day, you can set it to, you can click this, and it simply doesn't give any times. It's simply doing that. So if I wanted to block out even 2 days, I could do that, and it would appear on my calendar. But what about just a 1-day event? All right, and I want it to go from, let's say, 4 o'clock to 4:30. And well, a marathon would take an awful lot longer than that, so let's say 8 o'clock. Now, I can put in a location, and once I do that, okay, it's in there, and there is a way to get a map on that. I think when it shows, you can, when it's displayed, you can click on that. I'm not absolutely certain. Now, I haven't tried out add a video call, but again, we're going to voice over internet protocol and eventually video phone calling, you know, speaking to someone and seeing them at the same time will be common. All right, so I can add a nice description. And notice down here, SMS. So these are the default settings that I have set up in those. Previously, I showed you quickly this section right here, where I set up these default reminders and notifications. All right. But so let's say this is not something I'm going to forget, so we'll just do these two. Email 1 day ahead of the event, so that would be an email that I would receive on the January 14th at 4 p.m. Okay, so that would be 1 day ahead of that. Actually, it would be, yeah, January 14th at 4 p.m. I'd get an email Google would send. Now, an SMS text message would be sent 12 hours ahead. There are also some functions for inviting guests. Okay, so if I wanted to add someone, I could do that. And I can add multiple people, obviously. So again, you know, if you're a manager, if you're the boss, and you want to have a meeting and you want to have another number of people attend that meeting, that's the way to do it, through there very easily.